Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fully Immersed After Dark. It's a special Thanksgiving edition of Fully Immersed. It's just Spencer and I today. I'm your host, Lain Calder, here with my buddy Spencer Bennett.
Hello, hello. Ahoy, I think I said last week.
I think you did, yeah.
Land ho.
Toby's off working on stuff, so we are just on our lonesome, just the two of us. Kind of interesting. I don't think we've had an episode that's just us two.
We have not.
This is going to be like our fully immersed Thanksgiving special. So hope that you're out there enjoying time with family, all that good stuff, eating some turkey. In the meantime, we've got our last episode touched upon IAAPA quite a bit in terms of kind of the jumping off point for some of the major headlines that we covered in the last episode, plus our own little activity of creating our own theme park. Today, we're just kind of chilling. It's going to be a, like I said, after dark episode where we're just having some beers, talking about the other news that came out of last week's IAAPA Expo, and kind of covering a lot of the major stuff, a lot of really cool things. This was the biggest year ever for IAAPA. It's been all over the internet, like how major it was. So we'll kind of talk about that as well. They've already announced some interesting news for next year's Expo due to that. So it'll be pretty interesting, but we're going to kind of cover it all, and it's going to be a pretty casual episode as we kind of get ready for our own Thanksgiving breaks here. Quick housekeeping. If you are watching on YouTube, thanks for joining us. We're on there at Fully Immersed Pod, same as Instagram and TikTok now. Feel free to follow us on those other apps, see some shorts that we're posting, all types of fun stuff. You can view us on YouTube, like I said, and then if you are joining us on a podcast app, so Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc., thanks for joining us as well. Make sure you give us a positive rating or subscribe or follow, whatever your app allows you to do, so that we can keep popping up to the top of your weird algorithm situation that your app uses. So thanks for joining us. As always, we are excited to get into it. Thanksgiving special for Fully Immersed. Spencer,
yes.
Let's start this off, dude. I think that the thing that we were both kind of talking about before we started recording was the Hollywood Drift ride vehicle. The Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift vehicle has been officially debuted. We've seen it in a lot of concept art and renderings and things like that, and then also more recently a lot of news stories and YouTubers, influencers out there at the parks just recording it as it passes by on its test routes. Yeah, it definitely looks like a test vehicle. So they actually debuted an official look at some of the ride vehicle. I believe you said it was on the floor at IAAPA, right, Spencer?
Yeah, you could walk by it, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I know that they also showed it like on the news. I think it was on TV, on KTLA, I think. And then so it's out there. Everybody knows kind of what it looks like now. It essentially looks like Dom Toretto's, like almost a mini crunched version of Dom Toretto's Dodge Charger, I believe. At
least that's what it says on the back of the car. I don't know what he actually drives in the movies, because fun fact, I've seen none of those films.
You've really seen none?
No,
that's crazy.
I've seen like the opening of one of them, and I just was like, I don't need to watch this.
In my opinion, the best one is Fast 5, because that was the one where they realized that if they combine street racing with a heist movie, it's actually got a lot more going for it. And then after that, they just ran that idea into the ground. Once they became like international spies that drive Chargers,
which one do they have
ridiculous.
Superpowers in? Is that Hobbs and Shaw, where they like literally have superpowers?
Hobbs and Shaw is the one where Dwayne Johnson like uses a chain to yank to like to essentially like with the might of Zeus like pull a chopper out of the sky.
That's superpowers. where he just turns into Black Adam for a scene.
Yeah, like in Civil War when Cap is like gripping the edge of the helipad and then also gripping the helicopter, and it's taking all of his superhuman effort to hold on to it. Dwayne Johnson's just on the back of a tow truck, just holding on to that chopper like it's nothing.
So that's the one. How many of these movies have you seen?
So I've obviously seen the original ones, like Fast and Furious, the Fast and the Furious.
Oh, got to get your nomenclature right, buddy.
Definitely seen that one. Yeah, it's interesting. It's honestly got like nowadays with the aged, special effects and stuff, all like when they're driving at night, it's just blurs of lights going by their windows. Like it honestly has like those scenes honestly have sort of like an anime quality to them. In my opinion, like in terms of art style and
very
all.
Speed Racer.
Like very Speed Racer in my opinion. And then Too Fast, Too Furious was like so forgettable for me because Dom Toretto is not in the movie. I don't believe from what I remember.
There's one Vin Diesel's not in.
I don't think he's in that. I don't know. It's been a long time. I'm pretty sure that one just follows Paul Walker.
Oh.
And then that's the one where I think Tyrese gets introduced.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one where Jason Statham gets introduced?
Oh, that one's way later, dude.
Okay. There's so many of these movies.
Yeah.
I know that I think
Ludacris is in. Okay, Ludacris.
Oh,
Ludacris gets
Ludacris
introduced
is in these movies.
Into Too Fast, Too Furious. He gets introduced in that one. I think his like love interest was also different. I think it was. Oh yeah, Ava Mendes was in that one. So like it totally. Yeah, it was Tyrese, Ava Mendes, Ludacris. Yeah, that one was just different. And then there was Tokyo Drift, which I've also seen, which is very much its own thing, and that they decided to connect way later on. And honestly, I like Tokyo Drift is a pretty admirable one in my opinion. And then there's Fast and Furious, which was like I don't know if you can call it a reboot, but that was the one where they decided to bring back like the original cast. So
that was the one where it went like full stupid, or no?
No, that was the one where it just felt like a soft reboot. Like they figured out that like I don't think Tokyo Drift had like the greatest reception or anything because it was
box office or whatever.
Like there was no like Paul Walker, there was no Dom Toretto, and I know I'm just calling him Dom Toretto because I think it's funny.
I mean, he
Groot?
used to be Groot, sure. Did you ever see his student film in school? Did you ever watch it? It was like he did like a single act like movie by himself, and it was like basically like his acting reel was just like a short film that was just him. And we watched it in one of my film classes. Yeah. And like he's a good actor. Like straight up is a good actor. I don't think he cares anymore. And why would he? Like he just prints money to sit in a cool looking car in 3-hour films. But yeah, once upon a time, like that's how we got in Saving Private Ryan, was Spielberg saw his short.
That's crazy. And honestly, like I do like him in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh yeah, he's a great actor.
Yeah, Fast and Furious was when he came back to the franchise.
Okay.
And then after that was like technically the fourth one, but it was just called Fast and Furious. And then is Fast 5, and Fast 5 is the one where Dwayne Johnson gets introduced.
Okay, so that's when we're going stupid mode.
No, that was the one. Honestly, I really like Fast 5. That's probably my favorite one because that's the one where it's also a heist movie. And they also switched it up. Instead of being in LA, they were in like Rio or something. So I thought it was surprisingly different. Fast and Furious 6. Oh God, I want to say, is that the one where? No, that one, Luke Evans is the bad guy, who is the brother of Jason Statham's character. So Luke Evans is the bad guy in that one. Gal Gadot's also in that one.
Oh, is that the one she's in?
She was not well known at the time.
That was like the only movie she did before she got cast as Wonder Woman.
I think so.
In one of the more baffling.
And then Furious 7, which was obviously Paul Walker's last one.
Yes.
Furious 7
you know what? I've maybe seen Furious 7.
Yeah.
Now that
Furious
I think
7
about
was the one that James Wan directed.
Yes, and it's the Wiz Khalifa song.
Yeah.
Whoa, or whatever the fuck it goes with Charlie Puth. Yeah. Okay. I think I have seen that, actually.
So I think Furious 7, is also the one where Jason Statham's introduced because he's like the brother of Luke Evans who wants revenge.
Yeah.
And then there's the fate
he Shaw
of the Furious.
Or is he Hobbs?
Yeah, they're both Shaw. Well, sorry, him and Luke Evans are Shaw.
The Rock is Hobbs.
The Rock is Hobbs. And then Fate of the Furious, and I think after Fate of the Furious was the Hobbs and Shaw one. I'm looking at this on Google because there's no way. In case you're wondering if I just know all the names.
No,
of the
I
Fast
was
and Furious movies,
legitimately going to say the first 10 minutes of this
I absolutely
episode
don't.
is you just recounting from memory the chronological order of the Fast and Furious films.
Hobbs and Shaw is literally like, it's like globe-trotting. Oh, and Vanessa Kirby's in that one. She's like she's awkwardly like into Dwayne Johnson, even though he's like way older than her, I think. At least they make, I don't exactly know their age difference, but they make him look way older than her.
I mean, he's also just like a massive man.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure she's in that one as like...
She's really good as Sue Storm.
No. You know what? I'm pretty sure that she's Jason Statham's sister in the movie.
She's a Shaw?
I think so.
Oh my god, the twist.
Anyways, that the only thing I remember from that movie is their awkward kiss. Like her and Dwayne Johnson have a really awkward kiss. And
okay.
And then there's a whole climactic sequence that takes place in Polynesia where Dwayne Johnson's like, you know, coming back to his brothers that all work in this like in this brick like rundown tire shop or something,
sure.
And then they all
of course
go out and defend the island.
Oh my god.
It
really, like involves like a war?
I mean, these people are like sort of invading and they're protecting their home, so it kind of feels like
what the fuck is going on in Hobbs and Shaw? The Rock is defending
really
an island from Jason Statham?
Yeah, I think so.
Is this Jungle Cruise 2022?
Am I right? He's like Polynesian.
The Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Samoan or something. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Samoan. Okay, so
yeah.
Okay.
He's Pacific Islander of some
I
kind. Oh yeah.
Some other thing.
No. No.
So
he and Momoa are like yeah.
So my stepdad loves Hobbs and Shaw. He loves it. He thinks it's great because
it's like his favorite movie.
He loves the stupidity of it. Like for him, watching Hobbs and Shaw is like watching Blues Brothers, whereas Blues Brothers is super tongue in cheek, which is also one of his favorite movies. But Hobbs and Shaw is like being serious about it.
He's like, dude, we need to throw on Hobbs and Shaw right now.
I've watched it with him at least twice.
Oh my god. Thanksgiving viewing for everybody. Throw on Hobbs and Shaw.
After that one, I think is F9, which I haven't seen.
No, what about Fate of the Furious? That's 8.
No, that was before Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, okay.
Fate
Hobbs
of the
and Shaw is a
Furious
spin-off,
2017.
technically.
Hobbs and Shaw is a spin-off that takes place in I don't know when it takes
place. Is it
place,
called Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw?
Yes. Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw 100%. Star Wars story.
Yeah, and then there's F9, which, as we all know, like introduces John Cena, right?
Oh my god,
like his brother or some shit.
I forgot that John Cena's in these movies.
Yeah, now he is. I have not seen these newer ones.
And
the
then
last
10
one I've seen
is
probably Hobbs and Shaw, and then Fast X.
Fast X, yeah.
Jason Momoa.
Is that the one that bombed recently? That kind of spelled doom for the franchise?
Fast X Part 2 is still showing up on Google as 2027.
Dude, Fast X Part 2. Not Fast 11. Fast 10 Part 2. It should just be called Fast Double X.
You can't call it Fast XI. That looks stupid.
No. Fast XXX, baby. That's what it should be called.
Wow. Honestly, like, my feelings with these movies is that they really should have never gone past Paul Walker.
No.
I don't, like...
They're horrible. Like, there's a line of, I love a terrible campy movie. Like, one of my favorite movies to watch is Aquaman, because it's just like James Wan going full stupid mode, and it's the best. Like, my friend Alex, who you've met a million times, but our buddy Alex describes it, and he's totally right, as the movie where no one enters a room, people just bust through the wall. Every entrance to every scene is someone just busting through a wall, and that's Furious 7, peak.
Furious 7 is like pure James Wan in that way.
Sure.
It's like it's bombastic as fuck, right?
Yeah.
But it's
that's
also
James Wan.
Has a certain like levity to it, especially with Paul Walker's whole angle that they obviously rewrote and reshot with his brothers filling in for him and stuff like that. Like they really added a layer to that movie that I think balanced it out a little bit. And after that, it was full stupid mode. Like, like full. The money is too great. We don't really have a story.
We don't have to
off of.
try.
Like I think them going past that, and that's not me saying that like Paul Walker's character carried the movie or carried the series. Like I think that he kind of did in some ways, and there's definitely something that I thought was missing after he was gone. But at the end of the day, it's a series about fast cars go fast. So like, it's must go faster, the series. Like it's just, and I get them making them after he's gone, but I feel like the end of his character also was kind of the end of any sort of.
I feel like in the marketing they sort of made that feel like the end of the franchise too. Like obviously what happened to Paul Walker was tragic,
right.
Horrible. Like by all accounts, solid guy. Like people loved him. So it's sort of the way they filmed that movie felt like the end. They marketed it sort of as the end. But yeah. Anyways,
kept going. Anyways,
the vehicle for the Fast and Furious ride.
Yeah, holy shit!
And spawning from that wonderful franchise is probably undisputed the worst theme park attraction in the world right now, which is Fast and Furious Supercharged, which officially closed in Hollywood. I think last year. It's no longer on the studio tour, which is a miracle.
Yeah, it's not like it was its own attraction, but yeah, I believe its segment of the studio tour
it's gone
the way of
but
the dodo.
It's still open at Universal Studios Florida.
Hell yeah, it is.
And it is, just the worst. I like
just the worst.
Just the worst. I like when The Rock calls everyone a cookie puss, which is just like not something you should be able to say in society anymore, but it's on a literal theme park ride at Universal Studios.
What I'll always say is like when I used to be so much more like pro Disney, anti Universal, when we were in like high school, college.
Sure.
That was the era where, as I say, every single Universal attraction found a way to spray you with water. Yeah. Every single one.
Oh yeah. There was a reason we also weren't, as pro Universal as you said, because that era was just simulator after simulator after simulator. And granted, we didn't go to the Florida park, so we didn't really get to see any of the like flexing of the dark rides and whatnot there. Because Hollywood for a while was like simulator park, and the Mummy.
We never got to do like Islands of Adventure.
No, we didn't go until we were like 22, 23. We went.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely out of college. The first time
me too.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I mean. That's its own conversation.
Yeah,
but
for sure. But
Hollywood
that's a
Drift ride vehicle. It looks like a little car. I don't know. It looks like it's 4 seats. It looks like
it's black. It looks like the car that Dom Toretto drives. I mean, its features are going to be cool. Like the drifting is going to be cool.
A lot of the renderings that were being thrown around online were each vehicle of the train was a different model car from the series.
Oh, that's fun.
Is that not what we're doing anymore? Because I know that like the test rides that we've been seeing have all been that like weird zebra print on the side, but it also all kind of looks like the Charger or Challenger, whichever one.
I think it's probably going to be the Charger, based on just or at least that's like no. You know what? I think they said this is the front of the train is the Charger.
Okay.
So I think the thematic idea is you're like in the
following him,
the troop. Whatever the hell, the gang of the car drivers, right. and the front row is Dom's car, and you're like, following him in a line, and that's when the drifting happens down the
it's
the
gonna
hill.
Be like you're on a special assignment from the CIA where they could only find street racers capable of pulling this off.
Sure. The only thing about this ride that it's obviously going to be better than Supercharged because it's a roller coaster, so it's already better than Supercharged. Supercharged is just like a bus, but not in like a cool suspended like confrontation way. No, it's literally a bus through a tunnel of screens. So I think by virtue of just it being a roller coaster, it's going to be better. But I am legitimately curious of the show scenes and on-ride audio because Hollywood has never had something like this.
Are there show scenes?
There has to be some kind of intro scene or something.
Probably beginning and end, I would imagine.
Yeah, but there's going to be onboard audio, and that's like better than any coaster Hollywood's ever had. I mean, Hollywood has had one coaster in its history, and it's Mummy. So by virtue of this being like descending down a hill, and the drifting feature is going to be totally unique.
Flight of the Hippogriff.
That's true. Flight of the Hippogriff is in Hollywood. I always forget about that.
It's a kiddie ride, but it's
it's a kiddie coaster. Yeah, but I don't know. It's going to be. I'm legitimately excited for it. I couldn't care less about the story and like the franchise it's tied to.
Dude, how's it gonna fit into the canon? It takes place between Hobbs and Shaw, but before the events of Fast
they don't
9.
give a fuck. But that ride vehicle is gonna be fun. The drifting element is unique. It's basically like a spinning coaster that doesn't spin all the way. It's kind of how I would describe it. Like it's gonna like shift when you're turning.
You know, multiple kinds of spinning coasters. You know, there's the free spinning, which
like Curse of the Werewolf and other rides where it's just unlocked. Sierra Sidewinder
Green
and Knots
Lantern.
too. Oh God.
And then there's also like the fixed one, you know, where it will only rotate as much and when the ride dictates. And it seems like this is kind of more that route. It's not just gonna be free spinning,
right?
So yeah, kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll see what it looks like when it finally debuts.
Opens
and all that,
next year. We'll definitely all go check it out.
Plenty of test footage online too, if you're curious. Like if you just type in supercharged not supercharged. If you just type in Hollywood Drift into YouTube, you'll see plenty of videos.
I saw it from Toby's apartment. You can see the track.
Oh yeah.
Because if you don't know, listener, Toby lives directly across from Universal because of course he does.
Yeah, he's a psycho.
His apartment.
He can see the Minion from his apartment.
If you walk on his balcony, the Minion is just looking directly at you.
There's a big. If you've been to Universal Hollywood, you know that there's like a big blue wall around the Minion land, the Despicable Me land, and there's a giant Minion statue that's peeking over it, and he can see that. It's up on a mountain, and he can see that statue from his window, which is so ridiculous.
Toby spent many long nights
it
worshiping the Minion. He calls him the guardian of the valley. So
that's good.
Yes, you can. But Hollywood Drift is going to be cool. We're excited to finally be on it.
Yeah, not excited for the property, but
no, it's the least interesting property to choose. But it makes complete sense why they would do that.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah.
And it's based in LA or whatever.
Right.
Anyway, SeaWorld Orlando, new suspended dark ride made by Vekoma, right?
Yeah. So they did a whole little like presentation at IAAPA that I watched on YouTube. SeaWorld has been this has been happening for a while, trying to pivot from actual animal
SeaQuest Legends of the Deep.
Correct. They've been trying to pivot from like actual animal attractions to simulated themed around animals and conservation, and also, which is probably a good direction.
If you want to learn more about that too, because it is an interesting story of like how since the whole Blackfish situation release and how they've slowly been repositioning themselves. There is a great video on YouTube by Defunctland on the Under the Sea like elevated dark ride.
Yeah.
That ended up just being outdoors most of the time. He has a great video. We can try to find it about kind of the effects of how they've tried to position themselves more in themed attractions and how that's gone, for better and worse in some ways, but definitely it's interesting to see like a big theme park chain like themselves really work to rebrand themselves.
I mean, they needed to.
They had to.
Yeah, after getting completely rocked by a documentary.
No matter what your feelings are on the whole, like documentary and everything, like they had no choice. They had to reposition themselves.
But I think it was last year, the year before, they opened like Expedition something, and it was basically a Soarin' clone. And they're trying to really have, counter programming in this kind of dark ride world. And this vehicle looks cool. I mean, the idea is you're in like a little like undersea diving thing, and
it looks like a little gondola almost.
Kinda, yeah. It's on like a hook. It's suspended, so it's gonna move, and it's hard to tell from the concept art and even the presentation they gave at IAAPA if this is gonna be screen based or proper dark ride scenes. My hunch is a combination of both.
Yeah, and the reason I bring up that previous ride, I forget what it was called, but I think they really learned a lesson with that one. Hopefully that, dark ride means a dark ride and not, is a ride that was supposed to simulate the bottom of the ocean. And
right.
They chose to make most of it outdoors, 20 feet above the
right.
ground.
And I mean, they had a really cool ride back in the day with Journey to Atlantis. The Orlando version, the San Diego version was always kind of lacking. But the Orlando version, if you watch like ride-throughs from the 2000s, was pretty sweet. Like, it had a full-blown story and show scenes and animatronics and whatnot. So they can do this. I don't know. It's interesting. I haven't been to a SeaWorld park in many years for, reasons that aren't necessary to discuss in the pod. I'm curious about this kind of focusing in on, the themed elements in the dark rides. And this vehicle looks cool. Like you said, it's kind of like a gondola meets sort of like a little submarine kind of vibe. It's similar. It looks kind of similar to the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea vehicle from Disney Sea, which I have a little mini model of somewhere behind me. But yeah, I think it's going to be cool. Shout out to SeaWorld Orlando for trying to keep pushing forward with that.
Hell yeah. So that one's pretty interesting. I'm definitely interested to see. Hopefully it's like a proper dark ride.
Yeah, it would suck if it's like a simulator, because the ride vehicle's cool. And it borderline could do some coaster-ish elements with that vehicle.
No, that's fair. Fair. Yeah. It would be a shame if it's just like transporting you from one screen to the next.
Right.
But, we'll see. Dollywood showed off their new rocking boat vehicle, which we've talked about before on the show.
Night Flight. Yes, they're like $10 billion expansion ride. Whatever the number is, I'm obviously speaking out of pocket, but I've said it a million times, say it again. I love Dollywood, and I am fascinated for what this ride looks like, because they have not. Their newer stuff, Wildwood Grove and Big Bear Mountain, are really, really fun. But they haven't like done a proper dark ride since probably Mystery Mine, which I don't even know when that opened. But it's a lot of fun. But it opened 20 plus years ago.
And speaking of which, Mock Rides, which I developed the ride vehicle that's being used for this, won the 2025 Amusement Today Golden Ticket for Best New Innovation.
Yes.
Thanks to that same ride system that's going to be utilized in Night Flight Expedition.
Yes. The rocking boat.
You can look it up. It looks like a big raft boat.
Yeah, it's really way more colorful than I thought. It's like a bright blue, isn't it?
It's a green. It's like a deep forest green.
That's
with
what it is.
Purple seats and yellow trim. And
it's funky looking.
It's got onboard audio. It looks like, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Like I looked at the picture of it.
10 people.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I think
no, it's legit.
I think it's going to be a bit of a people eater, because each boat takes 10 people, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, Dollywood's not that crowded to begin with, because it's pretty much all coasters, some themed, some not. So like it's a pretty easy park to just like drop in on. So
more than a $50 million investment for Dollywood.
Good God.
A lot.
I mean, the concept art.
This is the official Dollywood Parks and Resorts.
Yeah. They have like a full visualization of the attraction, and it looks awesome. Like I would fly out there to experience it. I love this park.
So this is the official, Dollywood press release and all that. But that's a lot of money. $50 million. 5.5 minute experience. Guests soar on a nighttime flight over the scenic Smokies, and which has to be a dark ride sequence, right? Enjoy, I would think, soar on a nighttime flight over the Smokies.
I mean, the Dollywood is in the Smokies, but I would assume there's some
so they could
themed.
just say that. Yeah.
No, it's gonna have
But it's
dark
a
ride
nighttime
elements.
Flight, so it has to have a dark ride. Yeah, enjoy a thrilling whitewater rafting excursion through more than 500,000 gallons of surging water. Traverse a mountain ridge on a roller coaster and navigate a mysterious shimmering lake by boat.
Yeah,
that sounds so fucking sick.
No, it's gonna be really cool. Like I said, if you've seen the visualization, which came out a few months ago, it looks awesome. But they're just talking more about it. I mean, it's gonna open next year, I think.
And honestly, like, really impressive that Dollywood grabs that first for the U.S., right?
Yeah, this is like a really insane new patent. Like, big deal.
Like, Mach is, had released their own had opened their own essentially test attraction for it, I believe, over in Europe. But
And Europa Park, which is owned by
Yeah.
Mock Rides.
right, exactly. So
Yeah.
like they own Europa Park in Germany, right?
I think it's Germany, yeah.
And so they had essentially a test or proof of concept, I guess you could say, attraction for this, and it you can find it on YouTube if you just look up Mock Rides Rocking Boat on YouTube, you'll find it. And it's really impressive. So it's really cool. I think that Dollywood is the first U.S. park to grab that. I was really expecting Universal to try to step in and announce, the Creature, the Black Lagoon ride with a rocking boat mechanism or rocking boat vehicle and try to kind of snag that first. But is very cool to see Dollywood jumping in on that.
It's called
Milestone
Mission
Ride Experiences.
Bermuda's Futuroscope? I don't even know. This might be in France, but Europa Park is in Germany.
Yeah. Together with Hollywood and Herschend, with whom we have a long-standing partnership, we have a shared passion for innovation and storytelling. This partnership has led us to create a world-first attraction that seamlessly blends story, technology, and family adventure. The ride vehicle is not just a technical achievement, it's a symbol of what's possible when creativity and engineering come together to push the boundaries of what a theme park experience can be. I believe that's the representative from Mach.
Yeah.
The CEO. That's the CEO of Mach said that. So very cool. Located inside a 44,000 square foot temperature controlled facility, allowing it to operate independently of the Smoky Mountain weather.
Yeah, there's going to
There
be
you go.
dark ride elements for sure.
Yeah. At the heart of the ride story is the search for Secret Lake, the water source thought to provide Wildwood Grove's wildwood tree with its colorful glowing canopy.
So they're building out the story of this
Yeah, they
new
are.
kiddie land that won a bunch of
Universal.
awards. Yeah, and it's a really cool
Yeah.
land. Like, it's really pretty. So that's awesome. Is this going to be in Wildwood Grove? I don't actually know where in Dollywood.
I believe it is.
Interesting. Because right now it's just Big Bear Mountain and a couple of flat rides there.
More than a $50 million investment located in Dollywood's Wildwood Grove area.
Yeah.
It features 4 unique ride adventures in one attraction.
Yeah, Wildwood Grove opened, I think, in like 2023 or something, and won like all the awards for best new kids land. And it's cool. It's really cool. Big Bear Mountain's a lot of fun. I have a maquette somewhere on the wall of it. So
anticipated to open spring 2026.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to go check it out. Go see
that's
aforementioned
not
my
far
friend
away,
Alex. Dude. Yeah, in Nashville. Go see Alex in Nashville and go to Dollywood.
Drive over.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We'll have to do it.
Yeah, we'll have to hit up Tennessee, man.
Yeah,
that's cool. So very cool news there. We've talked about the Rocking Boat, like I said before on the show. So very cool to see it coming to the U.S. officially.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to ride it.
Yeah,
and I'm excited to go to Dollywood in general, dude. Like I've never been there.
It's gonna be a blast. It's so cool. One of my
Tormenta is announced for Six Flags over Texas.
This is it's a record-breaking dive coaster. So it's the tallest dive coaster in the world, 309 feet. Dive coasters for Southern California natives are hang time and knots, if you're familiar with that, where it's basically straight down. But yeah, this is 300.
Times they'll hold you at the top for a couple seconds and then drop you down.
This is 309 feet in the air. It's the highest 95 degree beyond vertical drop at 285 feet. It's the fastest dive coaster. It hits 87 miles an hour. Highest Immelman inversion at 218 feet. Tallest vertical loop at 180 feet. And it's 4,200 feet long. It's the longest dive coaster.
It's got 5 total inversions.
Yes, Tormenta Rampaging Run to over Texas, where our very own Toby just did some work for their Halloween event. There's
a lot of renders of this online as well.
I mean, it looks insane.
Yeah, they've had some renders circulating around on YouTube and stuff for the last couple months, I would say.
But they announced all the information.
Yeah, I have seen kind of the renderings or what it would look like. I believe they're already constructing it, right? I think I've seen photos of that. It's opening next year, I think. 2026. So yeah, I think I've already seen photos kind of circulating of that as well. Tallest, fastest, longest, first and only Giga Dive coaster in the world.
It's insane.
It'll be located in the new Spanish Village at Six Flags over Texas, Rancho de la Tormenta.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to maybe check out over Texas.
It's
eventually.
really like they have some photos of it and they compare it to like their parking lot next door, and it is so tall.
Yeah,
it's so tall.
And it like
Wow.
they had the train at IAAPA, so you got the whole full car reveal of what it would look like. I mean, it seats fucking 8 across.
Is it like a 4-row?
No, it's
3-row.
it's 8 people in a row. I think it's 3. Yeah. It's
Damn.
gonna be insane.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. And I'm not even like
Yeah,
a huge
so-
coaster head, but that thing is
Yeah,
gonna be
I'm
ridiculous.
I'm not a massive coaster head like you. Like Toby's the big coaster head of us, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be pretty crazy.
Yes.
RMC.
Rocky
is,
Mountain Construction, Colorado's
Construction.
only.
Is it Colorado?
It might be in
Toby
Utah,
said they were in
actually.
Utah. I don't know.
Yeah. It's close to you.
Anyway, our very own Rocky Mountain Construction is building a Raptor. For Family
Yes, the
Kingdom.
RMC Raptor.
Yeah, for Family Kingdom Amusement Park in Myrtle Beach.
So the Raptor is the single rail coaster. I believe Wonder Woman at Magic Mountain is one that I've been on. Family Kingdom in Myrtle Beach is like this little podunk seaside pier. It's like really bizarre that RMC, they like contracted with RMC to build like pretty much a premier coaster type in the world right now. Like it's a huge deal that Wonder Woman opened at Six Flags, and it's a lot of fun. I think something else is also a Raptor that I maybe have been on, but I can't remember. Maybe Lightning Rod and Dollywood. I'm not sure, but that's crazy that this like little like basically it's as if the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk was like, we're gonna get an Intamin blah blah blah. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean? And like Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is like, you know, it's like Branson, Missouri, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Like it's just one of those little weird tourist towns in the middle of nowhere, with a lot of like tourist traps. So this is just really strange that they're like working with RMC on
Going
this.
for it.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's cool. Like more power to them. I'd love to see, you know, Fun Spot Orlando and other various like little tiny things like this, just like full send on a ride.
So Rocky Mountain Coasters is apparently based in the small town of Hayden, Idaho.
Oh, we're wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. I assume Rocky Mountain though, so okay.
You assume.
Yeah, which you will hear as RMC if you are familiar with the
Yeah.
industry or
Yeah.
people talking.
Nobody calls it Rocky Mountain usually.
But yeah, really weird news that I was like, we should touch that because that's strange.
I saw like the news about Family Kingdom and I was like, where the fuck is that?
No, me too.
So-
I read it. I was like, Family
so it's
Kingdom.
in Myrtle Beach, Florida, right? Or
Myrtle Beach,
is it
South
Florida?
Carolina.
South Carolina, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
bad at locations when it comes to the East Coast.
Yeah, no, but it's just
Beach,
odd. Like, obviously, you know, Silver Dollar City and Branson, and you have Dollywood and Pigeon Forge and these other kind of weird towns, but like,
Sure.
this is not like a big theme park.
No.
No.
It's probably a pretty hefty investment for them, but
Oh yeah,
cool.
Yeah, good
More
for
power
them.
to 'em, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then general IAAPA stuff while we're kind of at it, since that's where a lot of this came from. It was announced that IAAPA will be expanding, I think, almost twice the size next year.
Yeah,
Which is pretty wild that, you know, they've already kind of released that. I know that IAAPA, the actual organization, did post a kind of news drop press release that after officially concluding it surpassed all previous attendance records and welcomed over 38,500 verified attendees with a total of 43,800 registered participants.
that's so crazy.
43,800 signed up, 38,500 showed up, setting a new benchmark for participation. Trade show floor featured 28,598 qualified buyers representing 20,316 buying companies across 102 countries. That's insane.
No, it's nuts. And they said basically that they're going to be taking over like additional halls in the convention center, and it's just going to be even bigger.
I mean, even this year is over 1,100 exhibitors. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. So next year, going to be a lot bigger.
And you should be attending, I think, is what you were telling us. So hopefully we can all go.
We'll see.
That'd be nice.
We'll see.
I haven't been to one. I would love to.
Yeah.
Toby has. Toby went last year.
Toby did go, yeah.
Yeah. Because he saw the
very interesting.
He saw the SpongeBob's Crazy Carnival ride, Mr. Krabs. He sent me a video of it.
Oh,
and that's in Vegas, which I need to do still, but haven't done. It's hard to get people to go to Circus.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
One of the bigger headlines that IAAPA themselves kind of published, the organization published, Zamperla, I hope that I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah.
Is partnering with Morgan's Wonderland on a attraction called The Wings with a Z.
Yes, you were talking about this.
Yeah, I told you about it before the show, but it's an accessibility-friendly ride. Apparently at IAAPA this year, there was a larger commitment to, innovation meets inclusion, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of new technologies focused on making accessibility-friendly attractions. And if you look up The Wings, it's pretty interesting. It's kind of, I guess, a little hard to describe. But essentially it almost looks like, to me, like it's a tower ride, I guess a flying simulator. It looks almost like a swing ride.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, from what I've heard, you can flap your arms up and down to control your little seat going up and down in the ride.
That's
and then
so crazy.
If you don't have arm mobility, the person that's riding with you can do it for you. Which is really cool. So that's pretty interesting as well. I see a lot more of that.
It's a flat ride, right?
Coming out. I believe so.
It's like it's like a parachute kind of thing where you're going up and down. That's really cool.
An accessible wheelchair-friendly attraction where riders use arm motions to control elevation. It'll be pretty interesting. But yes, is a flat ride. It's a tower ride. Pretty interesting.
Speaking of Zamperla, they're advertising at Dollywood. At IAAPA, they had a board basically saying that they have a model for a 500+ foot swing launch coaster, which is just insane. Swing launches are sort of all the rage, it feels like right now. A lot of coasters have them. Yeah. 500 feet long is just ridiculous.
That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, I hope someone takes them up on it. For people that don't know how these kind of ride manufacturers and coaster manufacturers work, is they basically have effectively off-the-shelf models, like we referred to earlier, like the RMC Raptor, Zamperla this, or the Mach rocking boat. They have these patents, basically, and then parks or, groups like WDI or whatever will effectively pay them to come in, and they can customize it, right? But they're paying them for this model, this vehicle, this whatever. So they're hoping by putting that up at IAAPA that someone will come buy it. Effectively, will contract with them.
Fair.
Kind of like Lot World, which is the next one on our list in South Korea.
Morgan's Wonderland, to just hit on that too.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know where it was previously.
Sure.
It's in San Antonio, Texas. But it says online they're celebrating their 15th anniversary, but Morgan's Wonderland is a theme park that was specifically designed and opened with the intention of being ultra accessible. So
cool.
Tons of, wheelchair accessible attractions and things like that.
That's great.
So, very cool initiative, very cool premise for a theme park and all of that. So,
totally.
Makes sense why they're at the forefront of that sort of new ride technology. But yeah, very interesting to see.
Absolutely.
Like you said, Spencer, Lot World, which is a theme park in South Korea, is getting the first ever Zamperla, like you said, another Zamperla attraction, but very first Zamperla double heart coaster.
Yes.
It just looks like a roller coaster that's in the shape of a heart within a heart.
Yeah. It's
I don't really know what else to say about it besides that, to be honest.
Similar. I just thought it looked odd. It's similar to, how there's the looping coasters that kind of the Great Ball of Fury or whatever at your local state fair. That's just a loop over and over again.
That's fair.
This is effectively a heart version of that just feeds into, like you said, a heart inside of that heart. And it's kind of how, like, you know, V2 at a various Six Flags parks, like you launch and you do your thing and you come back.
Or like the Superman ride.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like where you blast off and then you blast off, you go back, swing, and then you come forward and fully launch, and then you go up and over to straightaway, way up in the air, and then it slowly corkscrews you. And then you come back down and do a loop, and then you're done. It looks a lot like that.
It's
like
really odd.
You know, when like that class of coaster, like that Superman ride, it's been several different rides, but it was Superman the ride at Discovery Kingdom.
Superman Ultimate Flight.
Yeah, that was one of our hometown parks growing up. So it looks a lot like that, like the Green Lantern first flight at Six Flags Magic Mountain
that everyone hated and is already closed, I think.
I believe so.
It wasn't there when I was there.
No, really?
No, at least I didn't see it. I mean, we rode Wonder Woman. We rode something, I'm forgetting what it's called. West Coast Racers, which is my mortal nemesis. That was the worst queuing experience I think I've ever had.
Oh wow!
It was terrible. The ride was fun, but it's just they can't manage the queuing. No, but opposite shit. But no, there was no Green Lantern. But yeah, this looks cool. I mean, I was kind of tying it into how we talked about how people are advertising. You know, these groups are advertising their coaster models. This deal happened. At IAAPA. They posted like a little picture of the head of Lot World like shaking hands with the CEO of Zamperla. Like, it's pretty funny. But IAAPA first and foremost is like a sales conference, right?
Yeah, people go there to sell shit.
Yeah.
Now there are, if you look it up on like Zamperla's official, you know, release for it, they do show it with the entire track lit up, which is also cool. So at night it'll look like, you know, two glowing hearts. They also like they don't look exactly like hearts.
No, they're sort of just like they look like lima beans.
Yeah.
The double lima bean.
You know, when you look it up, you're gonna imagine a heart within a heart, and then you're gonna see that, and you're like, it looks like a kindergartner's heart within a heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not particularly, you know, what you would consider to be a cartoon heart. Anyway.
No. But 2026.
I think these coasters are popular mostly in my opinion because they don't take up a whole lot of real estate.
Oh yeah,
right?
It's nothing.
Like you go vertical and you don't go wide with it. So that's why, you know, Superman Ultimate Flight, Green Lantern First Flight, it's why those types of coasters are popular in my opinion, is because if you're at a park where you're shoving a bunch of coasters in there to try to break a record like Magic Mountain was, for years Magic Mountain was in a competition with Cedar Point, right, to have the most coasters in a park.
Correct. They were like the record chasers. Yeah.
Right. So they were battling back and forth for years on how many coasters they could fit into their park, and whichever one could have the most coasters would win, which I never fully understood because those two parks service completely different areas of the U.S. and completely different regions and completely different markets. But anyway,
they were the coaster capitals. Yeah.
They were battling back and forth. And this looks like something that they would install there that doesn't take up an insane amount of real estate, but that can be thrilling.
Yeah. I mean, this Lot World Park is only 30 acres in Busan.
Really?
In South Korea. I mean,
I think that's
for frame of reference,
smaller than
I
think that's smaller than the Universal Kids.
Yeah. For reference, Magic Kingdom is 100 acres, so this is tiny, which is exactly why it's a perfect model. You know, it's a thrilling coaster that has a very small footprint.
Universal Kids is 32 acres.
Okay, there you go.
That's wild.
Yeah, so not super big. To come back to last week's episode, also an IAAPA release, the official namings and whatnot for attraction list for Universal Kids. Yeah, small.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Did we already talk about the Middle Eastern Six Flags?
No, we can go there. There's that and one other thing.
Let's hop over there since we're already heavily on. I don't know why Lot Worlds spawned a giant Six Flags conversation, but we're already kind of on it. So
yeah, sure. So yeah, Six Flags Qiddiya had their kind of press VIP opening, and I think it's ongoing. Which, if you're not plugged into this industry, is quite famous as the first Six Flags park in the Middle East. But it's mostly famous for Falcon's Flight, which is like the definition of breaking records for like no reason at all.
Yeah.
Like
you
borderline
like dive off of a cliff.
Yeah, like it's almost like to a point of, is it even going to be fun?
Yeah, which is like, in my opinion, that's like always been Six Flags' thing. Like,
right. I mean, they have infinite money
records,
out
even
there,
if it's their own records. They're trying to break them because that's something that they can market and sell. Right, is the idea that you can go on the most intense attraction.
I mean, this is a 640-foot tall roller coaster. It's 155 miles an hour. Like, it's just they're just pushing the envelope of how close can we get
155 miles an hour?
Yeah. At 600 feet in the air with like a 500 plus foot drop. Yeah. You will include a dramatic drop off a cliff with a 535 foot tall airtime hill.
Oh my God.
But there are people in the world that have been on this and survived. It is the tallest, fastest, and longest roller coaster in the world. Purely because, Saudi Arabia has infinite money that they want this.
A bit of it. Yeah. Saved up. Yeah.
But this is Six Flags Qiddiya City. This is the big deal, is Falcon's Flight. And I don't know.
I will say, I was looking at some renderings of like their midway, and it does look pretty cool.
It looks fine. Opinion. There's video of people in the park. You can see it. Now, like, it's out. Like, people, they're taking influencers, right? They're taking video and stuff there. I wonder if Mr. Beast will go, if he's already hanging out in Saudi Arabia.
So it's kind of like the park itself is sort of in a canyon, I guess you could say. So they obviously have the potential to ride you up the side of a cliff and then drop you off of it, which is exactly what they ended up doing.
Oh, yes.
No, I mean, it looks cool. I can't say I'll ever go because it's very far away and it's also extremely warm there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know that how much fun going 155 miles an hour down a 600-foot hill in blistering heat and sun in Saudi Arabia. It's going to feel like you're getting turned over in an oven like a fish stick. It's been just one of those things where when they announced it, we all were like, yeah, sure, buddy. Like, sure, you're going to build a 700-foot tall fucking roller coaster in the desert. They did it. It's there. But I think it begs the question of, is it even going to be fun? When does it get so ridiculous in terms of like thrill seeking that it's like?
Do you know how long it is? Like how long it takes?
The ride time? Oh, we can find out.
Have they published that?
Falcon's Flight ride time. It is 3 minutes.
Dude, stop. That's so long.
It's 519 feet long.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's the longest roller coaster. It's long. 90-degree max vertical angle, 638 feet tall, 519 foot drop.
So for comparison, if you've ridden Velocicoaster, which is a really intense coaster at Islands of Adventure in Universal in Orlando, 2-minute ride time.
Yeah.
On that. And it feels like forever.
Yeah. This is an extra whole minute. And it's a 13,943 foot of track.
Wow.
Feet of track.
That's crazy.
It cost... How much did the ride cost? Because the park, I know, was like basically $1 billion or something more. How much did this ride cost? Let's see. If we can even find out.
Yeah, if they've even posted that.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. Like, I feel like that thing probably wouldn't have much of a line.
No, I mean, people thought when it came out that it wouldn't even be like possible with physics.
Yeah.
Like it's not even going to be, feasible, but it's open. So they did it.
Go.
They in fact did it.
That's a long ride.
Yeah, I mean, again, 3 minutes of that high intensity of thrills. Have you seen the rendering for the roller coaster someone designed that would murder you, where it's like eight loops in a row or whatever?
Yeah.
This is sort of what I feel like is like the closest you get to that, to like, want to feel like what it's like to die? Get on Falcon's Flight.
See the afterlife in the 6th loop.
Want to meet God? Get on Falcon's Flight.
Oh God, yeah.
But it's open.
Hey,
they did it.
SimTech. This is other news. I'm transitioning. SimTech is opening a Top Gun flight simulator attraction in Vegas.
Yeah, it's themed to the movie.
Okay.
Like Vegas had a moment with a lot of these kind of themed things, and they went away, and now it feels like it's coming back up because Universal decided to.
Do they have an F1 arcade in Vegas yet?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
We just got an F1 arcade.
F1 like the racing track in Vegas?
Yeah, like you race your own track.
Oh,
like
interesting.
Your own car. But it's an arcade attraction, but it's also like a barcade meets F1. It's pretty interesting. I'm going there next month actually.
Oh, cool. That sounds fun. So I don't know that
future cool thing.
Yeah. But I don't know that I'll ride this thing as SimTech in Vegas, because I mean it's like a flight simulator, like a flying, pilot flight simulator, but it's an attraction themed around, I assume, Top Gun Maverick, because that was such like a cultural phenom when it came out.
It was, yeah.
But it's interesting that Vegas is like coming back around to this because of Universal, I think.
Look up the F1 arcade on
F1
Google. You'll see kind of what
arcade.
I mean. But they, you're not like in an actual car, but they definitely position you in the seats and the screens, ultra wide screens that allow you to, see from the point of view of a driver and all that.
So the whole thing, the whole arcade is just like a racing simulator?
Yeah.
Interesting. Is there like food and drinks and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's like a bar and everything. Yeah, if you look at other photos, you can see there's a full bar and eating area.
Oh, yeah. And this opened in Denver?
Yeah.
So it's just like a big room of driving simulators.
Essentially.
Does the vehicle like the chair like shake and stuff?
I'm not totally sure like how 4D it is in that
Oh,
way.
it says simulation rigs with motion, lots of cars and tracks. Huh.
There's also an outdoor patio area and all that, I think. But there's a few of them now.
There's one in Philly. Looks like Denver, you were saying. Interesting.
Yeah, there's only a few of them so far.
I don't know that there is one in Vegas, which is funny because obviously F1
you would
is
think
in
they
Vegas.
would eat that up, especially with like F1 is, like you said, actually there.
Oh, there's totally one in Las Vegas. Okay.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, it's at Caesars. That makes more sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna say that would be weird if they didn't have
It is
one.
it's the largest F1 arcade. Okay, so I'm an idiot. Yes, it's a big deal there. I'll be going to Vegas for Christmas because that's where Nicole lives. Where Nicole's family lives, rather. So I'm trying to ride the SpongeBob Crazy Carnival ride. That's been on my list for over a year.
Should go to F1 arcade.
Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll go do some racing. Oh, we're also going to Horror Unleashed, so excited for that.
Nice.
Yes, got to do that.
That's
but
cool.
yeah, I think it's interesting with Universal kind of revitalizing. I mean, Vegas is Vegas, but bringing the themed attraction back there a little bit is what it feels like. And now you've got Circus Surge with the SpongeBob ride. You've got this opening up. You've got, I feel like Meow. Maybe it was Meow Wolf did more of that heavy lifting than Universal. Universal kind of piggybacked on it at Area 15. But it's interesting. I mean, Vegas is, for all intents and purposes, an untapped market for the theme park. I mean, like, you've got some development in Phoenix, but the Mattel park has been sitting there for months, on like halfway completed, which is bizarre. But Vegas is obviously having a little bit of a struggle with tourism, thanks to our dear leader. I'm interested to see how this does. Have you ever done a flight simulator? I have.
No, I don't think like a flight simulator, because I saw that they had a lot of that at IAAPA, like you're in a little jet, but then
you've done Mission Space. That's a space simulator.
Yeah, but then you wear the VR goggles too. Is that what you're talking about? Like that attraction that I've seen?
No, it's
I did see a photo that was released of like a guy that's in like a little model jet and he's wearing VR.
I don't know that I did VR. I did it at like the Palm Springs Aviation Museum or something.
That was just a photo that I saw from this year's IAAPA, so I was like,
Got
is
it.
that what we're talking about?
No, but I'm saying like flight simulators have been around for a long time where you hold the little stick
Sure.
and you're like
No, I've done
the-
like racing simulators, like sort of like the prelude to the F1 arcade, I guess.
Right.
But no, never something where I'm like in control of a fighter jet or anything like that.
Right. Well,
That's
look out, Vegas. Top Gun is coming. Need for Speed in Las Vegas.
Oh, I didn't realize that. So that RMC coaster that's coming to Family Kingdom is single rail?
Yeah, that's the Raptor. It's single rail.
That's
yeah.
cool. Okay.
Wonder Woman Ride of Truth, or it's called something like that.
Yes, in San Antonio, right?
Yeah, there's also one in Magic Mountain that I rode that's single rail. It's a Raptor.
Oh, really? Okay.
Flight of Courage, is that what it's called? Hold on.
I think the one at Fiesta, Texas also like dumps you over the side of a cliff or something.
Yeah. Wonder Woman Flight of Courage is an RMC Raptor, and Magic Mountain, which is the one in Fiesta, Texas. Oh, there you go. Okay, it was at the location of Green Lantern First Flight, so it's definitely not there.
There you go.
Yeah, I know there was a Wonder Woman in Discovery Kingdom, which I think is just like a loop. It's like a looper.
Yeah, I honestly, dude, I haven't been there since Roar was still there before they turned it into
the Joker. Yeah, it is an RMC single rail. It's not a Raptor though. At Fiesta, Texas, it's the Golden Lasso coaster.
Oh, okay.
There you go. It's
Nice.
The other clone of it is Railblazer at California's Great America.
Yeah, that one you have to toke up before you get on.
Yes, that's the
Railblazer.
reason.
Seth Rogen loads your ride vehicle every single one.
What? I'm stupid. It is a Raptor. What am I talking about? Fiesta, Texas is also a Raptor. There are two Wonder Woman Raptors in the Six Flags
Come on,
canon.
Six Flags.
Oh, there's also
man.
Stunt Pilot, which is an RMC Raptor at Silverwood, which I need to go to now that it's owned by Hershend.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That was your whole
Yeah.
thing last week.
That's
yeah.
the Idaho park. Not Idaho.
Right.
Idaho.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it Idaho?
Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. It's across from Spokane, Washington. Yes, I was right.
Oh, I'm probably.
I wanted to say Iowa, but that's not the same state.
I could hike my way up there and meet you.
No, that would be a good time.
It'd take me a while, but
Yeah.
I'd get there. A lot of
I'm gonna
pretty
s-
country to drive through.
Sure. It's not, but you have to go to Idaho.
Go up through Utah or Wyoming.
There you go. Yeah, go to Yellowstone.
Yeah.
But,
Figure it out.
yeah, I get to see you this week, so no Idaho
That's true.
involved. But we'll be home for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, that's pretty interesting. I can't believe there's two Wonder Woman attractions that are the same. Right? I mean, I totally can't.
I totally can. They put Batman in every park they could, and it was the same inverted. Is that B&M that did Batman? I think it was B&M.
Where's that Batman ride that's essentially just like a mouse coaster?
Oh God, where is that one?
Dark Knight. That's what
Yeah.
it's called.
Oh yeah, Wild Mouse Coaster. Yeah. In Great America, I've been on it.
Have you really?
Yeah. So B&M did make Batman the ride, which is in like 17 Six Flags parks. But I have been on the Dark Ride Wild Mouse. They have like little statues, and they have like one animatronic that shoots like a missile at you. Have I talked about this
that's
before?
cool.
The first scene where
think
you
so.
see Batman, he doesn't say like get down, get
I'm
safe.
Batman.
No, it's you literally turn the corner and he's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, what? Then you see him later on. He's like, "Where are you going?" And it's like, what is going on here? And then there's like random Joker goons, and like there's no onboard audio, so it's like it's just a noise.
Hell yeah.
You know, like how those old dark rides, the light just turns on in the figure when you're near it. It's like that,
Yeah.
but it's a Wild Mouse coaster
Oh,
inside,
yeah.
and it's like extra jerky because it's a Six Flags Wild Mouse. I was having a great time, but it is like completely insane. And then the very ending is just like it's dark and the loudest like car horn you've ever heard, and like a truck moves forward. You know how like Mr. Toad says like the train
Yeah.
light? It's like that, but it's just like the front of a truck, and it's so startlingly loud that I just like screamed. And then it ends, and you're like, okay. There's no Heath
Oh,
Joker.
that's
It's
good.
just like people in clown masks and a Batman statue twice
That's
that just
funny.
like asks really intense questions. But I had a good time.
Going.
Yeah, where are you going? And you're
That's
like,
funny.
I don't know. I'm on a roller coaster, Batman.
What of these, I guess, headlines that we've gone over are you most hyped about? Like, what are you like, oh, I can't wait to try that out?
I'm pretty excited about Night Flight at Dollywood.
Okay,
I
was
am
going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I'm interested in. Obviously, I'm gonna ride Hollywood Drift because it's not that difficult for me to get there and experience it.
Right. No, that's fair.
But Night Flight Dollywood
like,
seems really cool.
I feel like they're also going to run. I think they'd have to run Hollywood Drift during horror nights too.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
oh yeah. Especially with Hollywood, that could be a decent people eater for the crowds there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm probably most excited for those two, I would say. And just to see IAAPA expand. Like, I want to go to IAAPA and see it be this even bigger deal. But yeah, I mean, Dollywood, I would go back tomorrow if it was convenient, and also, you know, that's gonna be so cool. And like, do you know how this ride vehicle works? It's like a on an arm, so it can like rock with water. You can like have a dry space and fill it up with water, and it'll like float. Like, it basically is a hybrid between a water ride and then it can go full coaster. Like, it's really cool. Yeah, like, it's going to be very cool. And they aren't playing around with Wildwood Grove in terms of theming, so it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's probably my most hype too, is of all of these. I've been meaning to go to Dollywood for a few years now.
It's not that far from you to get to Nashville, I don't think.
No, it's not hard to get there for sure. It's a pretty short flight. And then, you know, the 3-hour drive to get to Pigeon Forge.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a place closer to Pigeon Forge than that?
Than Dollywood to fly into? I flew into Knoxville when I was there.
Oh, Knoxville.
Yeah, it's like an hour.
Interesting. No, that makes sense. Yeah, I'd love to go to Dollywood. That's very high on my list of like theme parks that I haven't been to that I want to go to, in the world, not just in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
no, that's pretty exciting and it'll be opening soon. Like that. That's
next year.
That all of these things we've gone over for the most part are things that are either already happening or things that open within the next year.
Yeah, this isn't the the D23 thing where they announce something without a date.
Yeah,
you know, these are these
are
a long
Star Wars movie in like years to come.
At some point, Rian Johnson's still making his trilogy, or do they officially cancel that finally?
I
mean, it's not going to come out regardless.
No, I think they did cancel that, I want to say, but also that shit wasn't going to happen from way earlier
from the jump of when Last Jedi came out. It wasn't going to happen.
I don't think he would have like dove so far into Knives Out, which good for him, by the way. Like,
dude, he made his own franchise. He's made like 5 movies or whatever.
Everybody loves those movies now. I think there's like 3 now.
I'm obviously exaggerating, but yes.
But you know, yeah.
What is there? Glass potato? What is it called?
Glass Onion.
Oh.
And then the new one is Wake Up Dead Man.
Oh, so there's Knives Out.
One's like
Knives Out 2
right now. There's Knives Out, and then like Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery or something, and then there's Wake Up Dead Man.
So there's no Knives Out 2?
I think that they're both just like Knives Out stories.
Oh, okay.
But I think that the subtitles, so to speak, are actually the names of the movies.
Okay, so there's 3 of them. All right.
Yeah. But it's the same, you know, it's Daniel Craig is in all of them, you know. So yeah.
Interesting. I've still never seen one of those films either, so.
Oh, I saw the first one when it came out. That one was good. I really liked it. Yeah, I really, really liked it. I honestly haven't seen Glass Onion, and I have not seen the new one that's currently releasing either.
Wake Up Dead Man.
It sounds like a really intense, you know, album name.
It does. It does sound like an intense.
You know what I mean? It sounds like a Metallica album.
Yeah. It does. It sounds like a heavy metal album. Wake Up Dead Man.
Wake Up Dead Man. Dude, tell me what cool thing you did this week.
Yeah. So on Friday night, Nicole and I went to something called Jewel Fest. Jule, which
where you just stand around and vape?
Yeah, everyone jewels. No, but every time I Googled it, that did come up for some reason. No.
Did it really?
Yeah, jewel means like god in one of the Nordic languages, but it's basically like
really?
So the National Nordic Museum is in Seattle. It's in the Ballard neighborhood, which is like really famous for being like basically like little Scandinavia. It's like a really big enclave of Swedish and Norwegian and Danish immigrants. The museum's there, and it's a really cool museum, but they host a Christmas festival every week, like every year at a weekend in November, kind of bringing on the season, with like handmade, like imported, like vintage goods from different countries and food. And I was drinking glögg, which is like hot spiced wine, which is good.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I drank so much glögg when I was in Denmark.
I was gonna say, well, you've been to Scandinavia, so
yeah. Oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah, but there's a
and it gets you going.
It's strong.
Like it's strong.
They don't play around.
No, you have like 2 cups of that. Woo.
Yeah.
You're feeling it.
It's a cool little thing. I enjoyed the food. I enjoyed the festivities and the drinks. And we bought I like to buy little guys for our shelf behind me. You can see. So we bought a little guy named Hugo that was sculpted by the Swedish like artist. So that was fun. But yeah, in addition to just the Christmas festival, I went to the museum, and they had a lot of really cool exhibits about like, you know, Nordic history and like the generations and eras of that region. You know, it's Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Norway, Iceland, and Greenland, I think. And there's also like the Sami people, which are like migratory people, nomadic people.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know if Greenland is always
considered
included in that.
But it's those 4 European countries and Iceland. Yeah.
No, you got them. Yeah.
And there's some island or something that's involved as well. But it was.
Well, that's like where How to Train Your Dragon comes from, right? Is that they're an island, so
somewhere in there,
there's tons of islands that fall into that too.
But a very cool museum, and then they had this exhibit that I thought was really awesome, which was just called like Sense of Place, and it was basically like a giant screen on a wall. And I'll put a video on the edit of this. But they put tree trunks and things in this room, like in front of the screen, to sort of embed it as if you're really immersing yourself in like a Nordic landscape. And so they'll like...
It's like a stagecraft thing?
Yeah, so they'll like fade in like videos of Norway, and then it'll say like this area in Sweden or this beach in Iceland or whatever. And it was like, this is such a fun idea. It's not like executed flawlessly. Like this isn't, you know, a theme park, but... to put the tree trunks, and you've got like noise of the different regions, and it's like this. It was, for a while I was kind of swept up into it watching it. And you know, they had really cool like rune stones, like those giant stones they would carve like things in for people that disappeared or died in battle or whatever, which was really cool to see. And for those into politics, I mean, they are... social democracy there is something to behold, and what they talk about, and the museum was really cool too. So to give you an inch into my politics, I like those countries. But it was really cool. I'll put a video up of that exhibit, but it was awesome. Very cool museum, cool festival. Had a good time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What about you, man?
It's not something that it's something I've done previously, and something that I will be doing soon once we get back from Thanksgiving travel. Yeah. But Colorado, I should say, has a lot of different Christmas markets, obviously. Also, if you're in and around Colorado, you know that Christmas here lasts like 2 months. So
yeah, it's already going.
Everybody, like, they leave lights up downtown through January.
Wow.
Like it's, you know, they really go hard for Christmas out here, in a way that like we never did in California growing up.
Sure.
But one of my favorite events to go to is there's this stretch of greenery, like a park. There's a park between, so the state capitol and the city hall are like face each other, and there's a park between them.
Okay.
And in that park, the Civic Center Park, is the Christkindl Market, which goes every December. I think it usually starts up like right after Thanksgiving and goes through December. But you know, and having been to a lot of Christmas markets in Scandinavia, it's very similar vibe.
Were you there during Christmas time?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's sick, dude. Yeah. That's so fun.
But yeah, that's why I had like so much glog when I was there, is because we were
I
going to Christmas
gotta
markets
go.
in Denmark and everything.
Yeah.
We also rode a roller coaster that was like over 100 years old.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, we do the Denver Chris Kindle market every year, and so we've been there 3 years in a row now. So we're gonna go back again after we get back from Thanksgiving. So I'm excited about it. It's very cool. Christmas carolers, shows, a lot of mead and glog and alcohol.
Sure.
As well as some really good hot cocoa if you're more into that style. I like the glog.
Yeah. Glog is good.
And then just like a lot of national, international artisans. I think we always have a good time there because a lot of the people that show up and actually sell and rent, the little market. What do you call them? The little
Stalls.
storefronts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the little stalls. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of the folks that rent those out and sell things are like international, or their family's international. Like there's a family that comes there every year that just serves sausages and hot chocolate that is from Ukraine. And
fun.
My fiance Sharon, her family is from Ukraine. So, like they're able to talk every year and catch up a little bit and, speak their native language and all that, which is really cool.
Oh, does Sharon go speak Ukraine with them?
Well, she speaks Russian because she's her family's came over during the Soviet collapse, so they're all culturally Russian.
Okay, I was gonna say
Ukrainian.
I thought she spoke Russian, but I don't remember.
Yeah, she speaks
is the language
Russian, and
similar?
it's very similar.
Okay,
it's very similar. It's like it's like Spanish meets Italian, where it's like you can understand a lot of it.
Sure.
So she is able to communicate with Ukrainian speakers. But there's also people from like, Russia and wherever in the Soviet Union that kind of have immigrated here. And I think they're actually like that family, I think, that comes every year that I was talking about. They're actually from Washington State. They're from outside of Seattle. Yeah, they're from outside of Seattle, but they come to the Denver Chris Kindle market every year.
That's cool.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, that's totally cool.
And then she gets to, talk with them in Russian. So
yeah, there
cool.
is like a Christmas market downtown here by the Space Needle. I haven't been to it before, but they put a Christmas tree on top of the Needle, which is cute. So that's fun. Yeah, that's cool.
That's fun.
That's fun. I'm glad Sharon gets to have a little cultural touch point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
That is
especially
nice.
when it's like most of the people here are, transplants from the Midwest.
Sure.
To be honest.
Yeah. That's most places nowadays, it feels like.
A lot of Chiefs fans here. Blech.
Blech. No
Blech.
Chiefs. Not having
All
that.
Right. Well, hey, I think that's going to wrap it up for our Fully Immersed After Dark episode. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Go enjoy time with your family. Enjoy that turkey. Enjoy that gravy. We'll see you again next week when we will be joined by Tobias again. But in the meantime, like we said at the top of the show, if you're watching on YouTube, hey, thanks for joining us. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe. That way we can keep popping up in your feed for you so you can catch our future conversations. We are on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok as @FullyImmersedPod. So feel free to give us a follow there. That way you can keep up with our silly shenanigans outside of the show as well. Otherwise, if you are on a podcast app like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc., make sure to give us 5 stars, 5 thumbs up, 5 middle fingers, as we always say. Whatever that app allows you to do, go ahead and do that so that we can continue to be suggested for you and you can continue to partake in our future discussions.
Yes.
For Fully Immersed, I am Lain Calder, joined here with Spencer Bennett. We will see you all next time. Thanks, and bye.
Bon voyage.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodness.